Now, things are getting a bit sticky for Letitia James right now. The Daily Caller visited 2 Virginia properties tied to fraud claims against New York Attorney General Letitia James. Shocker, she doesn't live in either one. Yet, they are listed as her residence?
Hi there. I'm a reporter with the Daily Caller News Foundation.
Goodbye. You're trespassing.
I'm sorry.
Trespassing. My kids are out here.
I understand. We mean no trouble. We're just curious who the occupants of the home are,
Don't
because
worry
there's
about who's occupants. That's none of your business.
well there are connections to
Okay, but
New
you're
York Attorney
trespassing.
General Letitia
That doesn't
James.
matter. You're trespassing.
Are you related to
You're
Letitia James?
trespassing.
Do you know her?
You're trespassing. Go in the house.
Do you know
You're
Letitia James?
trespassing.
No? Okay.
You're trespassing.
No comment. Thank you,
Don't
ma'am.
pull up to my house no more.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a good one.
It's gonna be problems.
You
can
will.
record all you want.
Be well.
So that was about a 20-second interaction. This is them visiting one property. This is the next. And, of course, they got everything blurred out. Nobody's information is being revealed.
The driveway.
Hello there, ma'am.
No comment, you're trespassing.
No comment?
Yeah, you're trespassing.
Okay, who lives here?
You're trespassing.
Who lives here, ma'am?
No comment.
No comment. Okay.
So they seem to have the no comment aspect written, down packed. Were they coerced to say this prior because they knew that Letitia, that is, know that they would be coming to investigate? I think she might have had an inkling. They weren't friendly at all. Weren't trying to give up any sort of information. I'm pretty sure that they're aware of what's going on in the news right now and everything surrounding Letitia James, and they're on high alert for sure. What is the fraud here? Avoiding property taxes. Where is it listed as her residence? She could have lived there before and now rents them out. You would have to see her tax return and if she claimed the rental income. I'll say that's fair. I don't know all the details in which her taxes and everything goes in terms of listing these as rental properties or not. I don't know the extent of that. However, I'm here to report what we got, so far. So, oh no, this is what we just reviewed. My fault, y'all. And then jam pack y'all with the same information. Kari Lake. It seems like accusing President Trump of falsifying records was a classic case of projection from Letitia James. Now, she is on the verge of experiencing a little justice and lots of karma. Kari also adds, I think Tish will look good in orange. Ooh.
I know you want to chime in on this. It's my favorite story of the week, Letitia James. What are your thoughts?
I love that you just say that name, and
you know
what? This is it's karma. It's karma. And what she did to President Trump was so outrageous and so horrible, to abuse the justice system this way. And now it looks like she's in actually real trouble. She was accusing President Trump of doing what she's actually done, which is falsifying records. And so it'll be interesting to watch as we see some real justice done. And I actually think she's going to look really good in orange.
I think she will too. Big Tish getting her orange jumpsuit. We will have to see if that comes to fruition. She's a powerful woman in this state somehow. Kari Lake, good to see you. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Somehow, man, out here scamming. What you doing all that? What you doing all this scamming for? We don't like scammers. Aren't you tired of getting these spam calls and text messages? Do you even know why you're getting them in the first place? No worries, I'll explain. You see, these big tech companies, they are not doing a good job of protecting our data, keeping it safe at all. Like, they're not even trying, literally. Recently, Ticketmaster was hacked and over 500 million users' data was put up for sale on the dark web. And the reason they didn't inform you about this is because, according to them, this doesn't have a material impact on our company. So yeah, the stolen data, it includes full names, addresses, email addresses, your credit card info, and basically that makes them you. And in that case, you would want it to be spam instead of fraud, I'm telling you. And this is why I have to bring to your attention today the sponsor of this video, Aura.com. You see, Aura.com alerts me anytime my data is breached, giving me fast fraud alerts, and it removes my info from data
like to cut down on spam. And they also offer things like the VPN, transaction monitoring, antivirus protection. You also got parental controls and identity theft insurance, all in one affordable app, might I add. If my data was ever to be compromised again, I wouldn't even be in no type of worry state. You know why? Because I know Aura is in the background keeping me safe and protected, as well as your family for that matter. So in order to ensure that protection, please visit aura.com/kingdomreacts right now and get your first 2 weeks on us. And don't worry, I had a link available in it. Yeah. We got my guy Terrence K. Williams chiming in on this. Right above is a note that says New York Attorney General Letitia James faces federal criminal referral for mortgage fraud.
Because I refuse to surrender my rights. Fight on. Because I've been trained by adversity and tried by fire. Because I'm from Brooklyn. Because I'm a part of a fellowship of fighters. Fight on, because I won't slow down. I won't back up. And you can rest assured that I won't shut up either.
You about to go mute now. Now, let me go and scroll up a little bit. Y'all got to see his pancakes, man. These things look crispy. Now, make sure y'all go grab y'all some Cousin T pancakes. You know what I mean? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and order me some and do a review. Would y'all like to see that? I gotta show love and support to my homie right here, man.
My mission is clear. I'm focused. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I've been trained by the best. I went to Howard University. That overturned legal segregation in this country. I've been taught in those classrooms where Thurgood Marshall once taught. I'm not afraid of no president. Donald Trump, we're ready for you. We're coming for you. We're standing up for you. We're fighting on. We're not going down silent. Victory, my friends, is clear. It's now. And I'm not waiting 4 years. I'm waiting 2 until a speaker by the name of Hakeem Jeffries comes to bring us some rest. Come on, ladies. It's
Hakeem.
up to us. We saved this democracy before. We'll save it now. Let's go.
Hakeem Jeffries. Him. Está bien. Let's move on. Lawfare. The irony is delicious. Yes. You know, you do all this trying to, say he defrauded, but now you facing 30 years and $1 million fine?
Well, obviously, the irony is perfectly crushing. This is a person who prosecuted Trump for everything short of ripping a label off a mattress. And among the charges that were brought in New York, in not just the civil but the criminal case, was making false or misleading statements to financial institutions.
I just wanted to play that part. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I played that part in the previous video. But, prosecuting Trump for everything short of ripping a label. Oh, my gosh. That was classic. Yeah, I had to let that one, play again, man, for sure. But, if her residence is in a different state, her job is vacated. New York law does not allow you to hold public office, which means her prosecution of Trump was unlawful. She wasn't the legal attorney in the state, if that's the case.
Attorney General of the state. If her residence is officially in a completely different state, her job is vacated, meaning she is not the Attorney General of the state of New York anymore. This case goes far beyond just who did she defraud when it came to some banks. It goes to what extent did she defraud the people of the state of New York? If she actually established her residence in a completely different state, New York state law dictates she's not allowed to be the Attorney General anymore. You are not allowed to hold public office in New York if you're not a resident of the state. And that would also mean that the ensuing prosecution of President Trump that took place just weeks later was itself a total scam for yet another reason, because she wasn't the lawful Attorney General of the state. I am very eager to see where all of this goes. The Trump administration identifying this, handing this now off to the Justice Department, the Attorney General Pam Bondi. and saying,
hopefully Pam Bondi has finally decided to review it. Remember, she said it just got to a desk she had a chance to. But I want to bring y'all back to this moment that Nick Sorter posted yesterday, where New York firefighters were booing Letitia James and screaming, Trump, 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 Trump.
Oh, come on. We're in a house of God. First, simmer down. I want to thank Commissioner Kavanaugh and Chief Hodgins for that record.
One more time.
Oh, come on. We're in a house of God. First, simmer down. I want to thank Commissioner Kavanaugh and Chief Hodgins.
Yeah, man, we need somebody to go and sample that Trump. Put that on a record right there. Trump, Trump, but make you Trump, Trump. Democrats will make you Trump, Trump. Democrats will make you Trump, Trump. You know what I mean? Somebody go ahead and sample that, send that, make it out. You know what I mean? Send that to me. Anywho, Trump exposed Harvard. It's not an institution of higher learning. Oh, you know what? This is where I have to be honest with y'all. I made a big mistake. I thought I heard Letitia James say she went to Harvard, but she said she went to Howard. And I made that mistake in the last video. I was getting ready to make this mistake in this video. However, I'll just say what it is. Trump exposed Harvard. It's not an institution of higher learning, but a manufacturer of elite status reserved for those who have been taught to hate America and to hate the working class. She says she don't want Harvard reform. She wants to stop worshiping institutions that hate us. You know that Trump said that he's going to strip away funding and all that if Harvard doesn't become more transparent about foreign visas and things of that nature. So there's that. But back to being on topic. Same thing, not being on topic. So I made a mishap. It happens, okay? 1 second, though. 1 second. Okay, we back. You know what I mean? I made sure I vetted the rest before I continue, and I ain't want to be like, it must have been a mishap. But Letitia James, she dodged questions about a mortgage fraud scandal outside of her New York home, if that is her home, pretending to be on the phone, they say. Where have we seen this before? I don't know if she was really on the phone. That's just what New York Post reports. But, you know, sounds real Kamala-esque. You know what I'm saying? Pretending, I'm just saying. Now, expert fraud investigator reveals on the Benny Johnson show, or the Benny show, that Letitia James used tax dollars to fund private jets during the campaign. She took 6 or 7 trips on private jets. What? Or whatever. What?
So there's a lot of issues here. There's number one is the Virginia residences, the phantom mortgages, the intention to occupy another residence as a primary residence. There's the Brooklyn property whereby she represents it's 1 to 4 units in all of the mortgage documents, but it's really 5 units. There's the Department of Buildings that gave her a pass, which is inexplicable. And there's another issue that wasn't covered in the Justice Department's referral letter. I found that in the year 2021 to 2022, she made 6 or 7 trips with a private jet carrier called Venture Jets. Now, New York State has this big checkbook thing that you can go back to 2014, look up any vendor, any transaction when New York State reimbursed money. It's from the Officer of the Controller's Office. Now, what happens is she was the only one in the history of New York City as far back that used Venture Jets. And a few of the trips overlapped. With campaign events that she was at. Now, after New York State stopped paying for her Venture Jets, her campaign started paying for Venture Jets. So that's another thing that I'm sure the FBI will be investigating.
So she was using public funds to campaign, which is illegal.
Possibly, yes.
Okay.
Listen, the other stuff, the mortgage stuff is a slam dunk. The documents exist. The other stuff is, we will see. I have filed for a FOIL request, but there's too many coincidences that makes it, let's put it this way, it smells like fire.
Trump gonna ask, this is explosive, using taxpayer dollars or campaign funds to bankroll luxury private jet trips is blatant corruption. Letitia James better lawyer up, because if the FBI is involved, the paper trails won't lie. This could unravel everything she's built on lies and abuse of power. Right now, we're seeing that the Democrats, in terms of this, are in shambles. I mean, because how you going to prove this? This is somebody that y'all rally behind and champion for going after Donald Trump. She even, not even in my opinion, if you look at the videos, you could tell she campaigned on such a thing, taking down Donald Trump, saying that he falsified stuff, but she's the one out here falsifying. Man, 41K of taxpayer cash on private jets while prosecuting others for financial crimes. That's classic hypocrisy. Y'all be safe. Go check out somebody today. You quite literally be saving their life. Thank y'all for the likes, all the comments, all the shares, man. It's greatly appreciated, man. I'm in good spirits. I know y'all be checking in on me in the comments too, and I really appreciate that. I'm fine. I'm in a positive mood. I'm excited about my day-to-day, and yeah, I'm looking forward to what's next.